All right, my name is Jackson Dirangu. I am a TV director for production, film and news. Yes.
What media company do you work for?
I work for Nation Media Group. Nation Media Group, NTV. Yes.
What shows do you currently direct and produce?
Currently I produce a show called Gumzo la Sato every Saturday from 6 to 7. But directing, we direct everything. We direct from news to politics to events to production like The Trend, Teen Republic crossover, With All Due Respect, everything. We just direct and produce. Direct everything but produce one show.
How long have you been working at NTV?
Whew. It's been a while. Let me just say over 5 years. That's a good answer.
Now, would you say that it's the better station compared to its competitors?
It is. It is. NTV is the best. Let me tell you why. NTV is the place you learn. You see, the way a mother teaches you how to do something and then they think you do not know and you're growing better at it, better than anyone else. That's what NTV does. It trains you, it trains you, it trains you, it trains you. It has a variety of talented people, very unique people who are ready to give give information and give knowledge. And also it's a training ground, and also it has the best machines so far production wise. We use Blackmagic. Not very many people use Blackmagic unless it's production house. And and the best bosses.
Do you think also the fact that they give opportunities to young people makes them also one of the best, because others might be stuck in the old ways?
Speaking of old ways, I know of a station who pays, you pay for the internship. You have to come and pay money for you to intern. But for us, we pay you. It's company policy. We pay you to intern. And then when you come, we ask you, where do you want to be? For example, you want to be in production. And then we throw you into production. You tap wherever you want to be. You tap. You want to be with Jackso, you want to be with this director, you want to do news, you want to do this production, you choose. And then after that, you grow and you become better. Some of us get started with internship. You'll be here.
Well,
doing our best.
That's good to hear. At least now I know I have hope for the
yes, there is hope.
The services to come. Private-owned media houses have been...
Come again?
Private-owned media houses have been critiqued for pushing their own agendas. How true or false do you think this statement is?
It is true. Some people, not stations, individuals. There are individuals who have malicious agenda. I would say malicious, but their own intentions, yeah. Or for example, political bosses having their own, they wanting to push their own agendas. But for the company still remains being very independent, being very diligent, and being very authoritative. But people, NTV is not like that, but other people out there, individuals just come and say, I want to push this, I want to push this. But if the company is stern with their measures and say we're independent and we don't do this, yeah, it happens. But there are companies which do that. Yes.
So you think in-house policy is important to make sure that you're not swayed by others' opinions?
Yes, in-house policy as a company is very good, because then it creates the blueprint, it creates the rules, and it creates a motaratara. Motaratara motaratara is French for a way to do things.
You also speak French.
Yeah, multilingual.
What would you say to all these critics who make such statements and say that all media houses have to be pushing their own agenda even during such a simple program like news?
It is wrong. It is wrong. First, it is wrong to say that because you do not know, because you're not there. But out there, it might seem as if people do, but they do not. For example, a way you can know someone, for example, it might seem as if it does, but it does not. For example, a station, you have ODM story, and UDA story hasn't come in, right? So you choose to hold UDM story before UDA comes, ODM story before UDA comes, and see if you run one. Sikupenda kwenyu, but if you run one, you seem to be biased. You didn't have the other one. It is late, but you need news. People need to be informed. But then if you run one, unaonekana as if, oh, this person is biased, this person is supporting this part, but they are not. You just don't have the necessary materials there. So sometimes we decide we're not running politics today because we only have one story. We will be one-sided. So if you run one, people might think, oh, he is there. They're not. They basically just weren't ready.
So obviously we have to talk about NTV presenters who've had scandals. I won't mention them by name because, copyright issues, and I don't want to be sued. What is NTV now doing in-house to avoid a repeat of such scandals?
NTV is very supportive. That's one thing. For mental people with mental illness, when you run bankrupt, of course you'll have to come to the company. When you go through issues happen. People in marriages do stuff. Zingine hawapendi, some things are unavoidable. But you come to the bosses and you're like, I can't come to work today. I'm feeling this way, and my output will be affected by the way I'm feeling. They're like, okay, go rest, probably today, tomorrow, and then come back when that is support. Support is, I can't work, I need rest, I can't work, I need assistance, please book for me. There are people who want to book you out therapy, they go for therapy and you come back strong. You're able to work. But a company which does not consider the people's requirements, the people mashida zao. Sorry, someone's trying to fall on the speaker. Yeah. So, NTV supports. Sometimes, for example, during election, after we were done elections, even Westgate, I remember I was the first director in Westgate, doing Westgate and Dusit. It affects your mind. It messes up your mind. So they take you to a therapy. You talk to a therapy and you're okay. After that, you come and continue to work, because after that, you have to work. The company is a commercial station. It has to make money. So the faster you heal, the faster we make money. So why not?
Now, do you think the fact that there are so many social media platforms that it's possible for anyone to be a journalist, as long as you're the first one at an accident site, or like you said, if you're the first one there and you get that clip, does that make you a journalist?
Journalist is not what you have on your card, it's what you have in your brain and the experience. You might come from school and you're thinking, I have the best camera, right? You can make it, right? If you have the best knowledge for it. Go there and look at news. When you see, for example, let me give you an example. You see this bag, yeah? Some people will see the bag and look and be like, that's full of stuff. Someone will see it and be like, we can actually do a story about it and talk about how bags are. People, journalism is in the mind. It has nothing to do with what you have, or you meangukia clip somewhere on the road, mtu akipiga mwingine. You might use it, probably you won't write a good story about it, but then you will sell to someone who has knowledge, who will then amplify it and make news out of it. So empower yourself, see news in a different way, see things in a different way, then you make yourself a journalist. After all, if you've gone from school, you have what it takes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Now, in regards to that, there's so many people and so many schools nowadays offering journalism and mass communication. What advice would you give to graduates?
Graduates, don't wait to be employed. I get very many CVs in my email or WhatsApp, nitafutie kazi. Imagine, don't wait to be employed. You can make work for yourself. Be an entrepreneur. Come and say, Jackso, there are very many journalists, there are very many directors, but I want to be a freelance. How can I be a freelance? Tell you, okay, since you're a freelance, you have to act differently. Start looking for these gigs, make your own videos, make your own clips, you can edit. Nowadays, digital is everything. Actually, to tell you the truth, very soon, very many things will be falling apart when it comes to the mainstream media. I'm not saying that it's going away, but digital is a new way. In that, you have a clip, you have a story, upload it. Do you know most clips that we do stories for, they were uploaded way back? Like the story about the boda boda ambaye alienda kuchapa ule msichana Forest Road, yeah, kucheza naye. That was recorded on Friday and someone posted it just today. But you see, that's news for us. We see news in a different way. So make use of digital. Make use of record, do things, upload things, help people. That's how you nurture yourself as a journalist. So don't wait to be called by a HR somewhere saying, come for work. No, make yourself a journalist and go for it. Now,
MCK, Media Council of Kenya, has ensured strict laws and ethics so that journalists don't break the laws in order to just get a story or to be catchy or trendy. Do you think that's actually helped in terms of integrity of news and integrity of journalism, even if they're doing exposés?
Yes, because there are very many quacks out here. Everyone is a journalist, but then how do you differentiate between a journalist who understands what he is supposed to do and a journalist who does not, right? They're two different people. So when you put them together, I have a camera, can be a journalist, but someone else has a camera but can view it differently. You get? So MCK is actually helping so as we don't get the quacks who are telling the wrong story and then inciting people the wrong way. Kwanza during elections, kila mtu anasema vitu anafaa, oh nani is doing, oh Raila is doing. No, get news from a reliable source. You'll never have a problem with it. Wengine wanakuja ni sawa ku record news, but then if you call yourself a journalist, don't give bad news. Not bad news per se. Don't usikoseshe watu, don't incite people, because these people can incite people and then they can make the country cry again, you know. But then maybe MCK is making Media Council is making sure if you're registered, we know where to find you. If you say this, we know where to find you.
Now, lastly, earlier on you had said that everything is becoming digital. What is NTV doing to make sure that they're able to still keep their position in terms of converting and adding on to digital media while still being on top of mainstream media?
Yes, we launched something called nation.com. Yeah, it's a website where when you want news, fast news, you can go there. Yeah, click on everything, news the Jana, news the Leo, you can pay for it. We are creating a way where you can pay and watch everything you like, rather than just YouTube where you have specific clips of us. But also, we're going on Instagram. We've been on Instagram where in that we update people hourly. For example, someone has said something, before we put it on air at 7, you know, we have news between 1 and 7. All that time there's nothing happening. Digital is happening. Digital is happening. YouTube, we're posting things. IG, we're telling you. Today we're telling you about why Sonko or why Uhuru is choosing his own DP, blah, 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 blah. Catch us on 7 p.m. You will make sure you catch. Why? We're trying to pull you closer through the digital. And also Instagram, Facebook, that is the only way, because every now and then people are, what are Instagram, right? Facebook, you're always on the phone. People are always on the phone. That is the only way you can get them. Put short videos on IG, put short videos on Facebook, attract these people, push them to mainstream. And if they don't go to mainstream, you still inform them and show them that NTV is the place to be.
Well, thank you so much. You have been very helpful.
Asante.
So much insight. At least now, even for all of us who are listening or watching from home, we know what to do and what to expect.
Exactly. And that's why we're here. Again, I say, make yourself a journalist. Don't wait. You have what it takes. As long as you've gone to school, you can do it.